Good evening, Teri here at Rooster Farm. Today, as I'm finishing editing my video, I just wanted to talk about the recipe that I'm making today. Is turkey soup. It's a recipe that's not my recipe, it's my grandmother's recipe. My grandmother, my dad's mom, who we used to call Nany Hill, has been gone almost 20 years. It's hard to believe that she's been gone so long, but she was a fabulous cook, and she had a lot of cookbooks, and a few of the cookbooks were, one of them, the set was called The Best of Bridge. And when she passed away, I asked if I would be allowed to have those cookbooks. So I have them all the ones that she made, and this recipe comes from there. And it's turkey soup. You can see that, turkey soup. Anyways, she wrote special things in her books. She's got little cards that she's put in there, and she's written in the back. She's glued a bunch of newspaper clippings, so it's just so special that I actually have these books. But this turkey soup book, this Best of Bridge, this cookbook, this turkey soup recipe that I am making is one that I make every time I have a turkey and I'm making turkey soup. This is the recipe that I'm using. It's really simple. It's we have turkey soup, we have turkey leftovers. The day after Thanksgiving, we have turkey soup the next day. So I hope you enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, start with a large pot. You're going to add your broken up turkey carcass. You're going to add 18 cups of water, 4 teaspoons of salt. You're going to put the lid on, bring it to a boil. As soon as it boils, you're going to turn it to simmer for 5 hours. When it is finished, you're going to strain it, remove all the bones, and then you will be left with a broth. During that time, you're going to prep all the ingredients that need to go into your soup. So I'm starting here with grated carrots. You're going to need 1 cup of grated carrots. You're going to need 1 cup of celery chopped. And you're going to need 1 cup of onion chopped. So here we have the carrots, the celery, the onion, and you're going to need pearl barley or pot barley, 4 tablespoons. And you're going to need 1/4 cup of parsley flakes. And rice. I happen to have jasmine rice. Use whatever rice you have on hand, and you just need 2 tablespoons of rice. You can also add a cup of macaroni or noodles if you like, but I usually don't. So there it is. It's all being stewed down. The house is smelling really good. Oh, and also you need some chicken broth, which I have there. You can add it. It's optional if you decide that when you sip it and taste it, it tastes pretty good. But I usually add 2 chicken bouillon cubes, or just the little things that I had there. And you're going to add your tomatoes to the pot. And your celery. Onions. Carrots. And that's the pearl barley, bought barley. Parsley flakes. Rice. And that's the chicken bouillon. Couple teaspoons of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. You're going to give it a stir. You're going to turn it to high as soon as it boils. Turn it down to simmer, and you're going to simmer for another 2 to 3 hours. And that is it. You have turkey soup. It's really, really, really good soup. It's the best turkey soup that I've ever eaten. And we usually have turkey soup for dinner, and then I put the rest of it in the freezer so that we can have turkey soup on another day. It looks really good. Morning, Teri here at Rooster Farm. Today, along with our leftover turkey soup, I've decided to try a new recipe, an old recipe, but a new recipe to me, that I found in the same book that I have my grandmother's turkey soup recipe in the Enjoy Best of Bridge, and she's pasted a little newspaper clipping called Old Fashioned Buttermilk Biscuits. So I'm going to give it a try. Okay, to start, they want 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add to my KitchenAid. 2 tablespoons of white sugar. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And it does call for buttermilk. I don't have buttermilk, but you can make your own by using 1 cup of milk and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Add a tablespoon of vinegar. And 1/2 cup of shortening, and I'm going to use some of this tender flake. So my 1/2 cup of shortening, and you can see how the vinegar has kind of curdled the milk a little bit. Give that a little stir, and add that as well. So it says you're supposed to use a fork to cut in the shortening. I'm gonna try my Mixmaster, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna use a fork. And it's working fine. It just says to mix it until the dough leaves the sides of the bowl, which it is. Making sure all the flour is getting mixed up here. So I've decided to add some cheese, which the recipe doesn't call for, but who doesn't love cheese in their biscuits? All right, well that was really fast. You just may have a lightly floured surface, and you're gonna take out your dough. Knead it a few times. It says 7 times. I don't think we have to because we probably kneaded it in the Mixmaster. And I'm just gonna roll it out. I think it's about an inch thick. Well, the recipe tells you to roll your dough out into a 7.5-inch square and then cut it into 9 squares. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my biscuit cutter, my grandmother's biscuit cutter, and I'm going to, I've rolled it out to probably about an inch thick. Here, I'll just cut one and show you how thick it is. That, and I'm gonna put it on my baking tray. I always cover my baking tray with some parchment paper. 10 biscuits instead of 9, and you're gonna stick them in your oven for 10 to 12 minutes. It's a really hot oven, so I'm gonna watch it because it's just until it's they're golden brown. Oh wow, they look amazing. Golden brown on the bottom. Really good. Can't wait to eat it. Looks so good. Nice hot bowl of turkey soup. So little bit of butter.